we are reporting that is waxes from the center of the earth. This is the Mediterranean part of our planet. In 30 minutes in this part of the world we have the change of the year. The new year is coming, 2018. If you go outside and you look up at the sky, it's a very clear night sky. Whereas Northern Europe and Northern America, heavy snow and heavy winter have settled in. We have very sunny days lately and the temperatures are pretty comfortable. At the top of the sky we can watch the Orion belt, so clear, and very nearby the core of Pleiades, the 7 daughters of Atlas and Pleione, Alcyone, Καλένο, Electra, Mea, Sterope, Tayeti, and Merope. Merope is not visible because she is the only one who got married to a mortal man. That was Sisyphus of Corinth. Orion was chasing the Pleiades, and Zeus metamorphosized them into stars. This is the story from our background, thousands of years background of Hellenic history. The Pleiades were born on the Mount Kyllini in Arcadia. Also we can watch the northern part of the sky, the Big Bear. It's a beautiful night to go out. It's comfortable, and if you like, you can watch the stars and the constellations. What it is? What it is? What we are talking about of mice and men? Man is the only animal that produces nothing. Really, all other animals, members of the kingdoms of animals and flying and walking on earth, they're producing something, but man is the only one who does not. But at the same time, he's got the best out of it. He puts into work all of those creatures to his own benefit. Man is a controversial creature. Aristotle said that this is the beast, man, the beast. That is the lowest, living creature in the cosmos. We say this because this level of man, the beast man, can make. He wants to make bad things. He wants to see people suffer just because of the sake of suffering. Many of us, we have experiences with evil people, and we know the pleasure they absorb of seeing you in discomfort. But at the same time, man is a beautiful thing, a human thing. Humans are the real people with logic, with a biological stock coming from superior beings. Most of humanity have lower instincts, and they exhibit them with their behavior. Many people, philosophers, they try to decipher this enigma, that controversy of the human condition. Man has the capacity of inventing things, of making our life more comfortable, more enjoyable, in science, in technology, in arts. These are all disciplines that makes our life less suffering. And all of them are to our benefit. But across the river bank stands ready the beast man to take control, take advantage for his own benefit, for the pleasure of it. This is the reason why humanity is being balancing on a suicidal rope, and its condition and its survival, it is accidental. It only takes a very precise moment by accident or by design to be annihilated. When Democritus said that the atom cannot be broken, cannot be divided. Humans, they disregarded him because they never studied Hellenic literature. And they went forth and they divided the atom, producing that devastating nuclear energy which every nation and every state on our planet strives to take hold of it and use it, but at the same time can be a Frankenstein symbol, a threat to everybody's enemies, to keep them away and to terrorize one another. If you touch me, I will throw a nuclear bomb, and you will do the same thing for me, and then we'll have a ball dancing. Today, the nations and countries with advanced technology, they exporting the technology of nuclear energy, where humanity is at the brink of self-destruction and striving with agony to new energy sources, and expensive, clear and cheap and free for humanity. Countries like Russia exporting nuclear technology and builds on behalf of other countries nuclear plants. Egypt, Turkey orders 2, and anyone is free for all. We are giving a punchline on mice and men. That is, who are the men? Men are, for instance, like Giugardini, Masurpini, Albert, Da Vinci, Diderot, Baron de Hoblack, Winkelmann, Wagner, Goethe, Nietzsche, Spinoza, Frederick II, Tesla, JFK, men. These are the exceptions, and these lived and are living in the epoch of the Christian era. But freedom and freedom of conscience and freedom of men and nations, when nations were created, that were back in the Hellenic times, up to 325. Those were the times humanity lived in freedom of conscience, created, fashioned their own nations after their own idiocracy. That epoch, the epoch of Hellenic freedom, is gone. The mice took over. The mice like Francesco Pizarro, Alvarado, Constantin the Apostate, these mice are part of the old world order that took control the Western Hemisphere and put humanity on a state of fear and enslavement. Enslavement of their consciousness, and enslavement, economic enslavement, which we are running right now. Humanity went through hardships to advance to a point where economy, technology helped the economy to free humanity from the hard labor and have a more comfortable time and more time to enjoy itself. People enjoy themselves and turn their capacities and creativity that suits them to their own idiocracy. These are more productive traits and beneficial for humanity, and not to work like a horse all day long. Man is not made to work, is not fashioned to work like that. His destiny is different. But the mice took over and invented tactics and institutions that put humanity under a state of forced behavior. What is happening today is incredible. Just a few mice of people, they are terrorizing humanity under economic strangulation. People are dying here in the land of Homer. The new inhabitants are suffering. People in winter time, they have no heating. Their houses are cold because they cannot afford to pay their bills. The government, which is a gopher to these mice, they are instituting inventing means to tax the people to the point of bleeding. They don't care seeing you suffering as long as you have to pay their bills. If you don't do it, they will take your house away, they throw you out of your house, and you'll be in the street living like a beggar, all being pushed in a strict quarters if you have a family, and live like a prisoner. Theognis, the Megarian philosopher, has a lot of things to say about human beings. Theognis said that men are not alike. He is from Megara. Theognis comes from Megara. He says that I'm looking around and I can't find somebody like me. Man is not made, but man is born, and that means that biology measures and controls human behavior. To correct this, it takes education, as Aristotle said. Education forms, corrects the hard edges of human character. But if that character does not have it, of learning makes no difference. But still, learning, poly education, is not a panacea. We have a lot of examples, and one of them is Anne Robert Jacques Turreau, that was a professor in Sorbonne. He learned Greek, Latin, Hebrew, Spanish, Italian, German, English. But his mental wires somehow crossed on different directions, and the guy inflamed his mind. Theognis continues to say that people, they have no capability of critical thought, and we are the men, not the mice. We are the men. We don't accept critical behavior from people who are not equal to us. We have a lower mental capacity. I don't accept those people critique. He says hope and danger both are bad things. Shame and arrogance are the new ethos in his time. Today, gentlemen, we have progressed on this kind of traits. Van Gogh, a very popular actor, Thanasis Vegos, said in one of his very funny and educated movies that people in his time, they have three kind of medicine. I'm gonna tell you in Greek. Tomarini, Gaidurini, and Acharistini. That means people who have heavy, a very thick skin, people who are behaving like donkeys, like asses, and the ungrateful, people who are ungrateful. Exactly. Theognis again says that I would like to be close to the gods. Yes, and every traditional nation on earth have their own mythology, their own traditions, and their own gods, who usually all the gods in the traditions of the world, they are connecting between themselves, because they are entities coming from the contemplation of free men. They are coming and they are part of their own natural inclinations. Nobody forced on them different entities, foreign entities. Any nation creates their own, but on the basis of this, all of them, they are equal. They are the same. They have the same roots, because they are natural. They are free. Until, as I said, the era of Christianity took hold of the Western world, and from then on people lost their bearings. Today, instead of healing the wounds of the medieval times that changed our world and brought them into darkness, instead of upgrading ourselves, some countries, they want to go back again. We see ancient nations like Persia being under the control of Islam, a branch of Judaism. The same thing the leader of Turkey wants to do. He wants to impose an Islamic state. The Western world still are teaching, and they are taking their ideas and their psychological and philosophical lessons from Christian books. All of this attitude leads us to different things and to a point of not behaving with one another with responsibility. Great hate that predominates in our society, and this great hate that is fomenting between Christians and Muslims. The new measurement of ethics has arisen, and this is terrorism. People living under the Damoclean sword of terror. Man is really a victim of his own natural disposition. The existentialists try to make a logical composition out of it, and they came to believe that man is an accident, an accident and an outcast on this planet. This is justifiable because if we take his behavior for the last 1,600 years, it's really an abnormality. The new year is coming, 2018, and instead of humanity being stabilized and working together and throwing itself and its talents to creativity, to civilization, and enjoy ourselves the little time we have on this planet, because our lifespan is very limited. And it seems that if a wise entity created this abnormal creature, probably knew that if he let that creature live for a very long time, that creature would be destroying the universe. And you know, gentlemen, this came out of the thought and contemplation of the Trahinian philosopher. He said that this creature, he said, is capable, through his evil attitude, his ungratefulness, it's able to destroy the universe. It's a big word, but it's good enough to destroy the home he lives, the only home he lives, and the elements in nature that supports him to live. He has attacked them, he's using them for his own benefit, just to make profit. And it's not his fault, because he is not functioning by himself. The system allows him to do it. And that stupid and hypocritic system they call democracy, it's a very good self-justification, humanity, to have a political system of a parliament democracy. Through this corrupted and misinterpreted system, they build their actions, their activities, their economic activities and legislatures to live on and to manipulate it for their own benefit, for the benefit of the few. They developed that economy that I have called it cannibal economy. And you know, I happened to listen to Ekdal on internet, and that bright fella, he named the economy with the same thing, with the same characteristic, cannibal economy. The cannibal economy element has the only scope and target to make money. To make money in a way that is called profit. They have to make a profit. To live comfortable is not enough. They have to make money, and they have stashed it in boxes or in banks. Another evil contraption mechanism that controls human life, and they make the profit by exhausting human resources, natural resources, political resources, psychological resources. With a few words, humanity is stretched up and down, broken, twisted, mind and body, just for a few people to make money. And this time we hit 12 midnight. I hear the pyrotechnics outside. Doing this video makes no difference. It's just we feel an impulse to project our own agony just for the sake of it, because if there is no profit out of it and no practical usefulness out of it, then makes no sense. We just exercising that useless, fruitless, right to speak freely, but nobody listens to. And we are all victims to be on the decisions of the politicians. there is no hope. I guess Hegesias, the discipline of the Kyrenian school, the man who brought the Pisi Thanatos, means the man, the herald who brings death. This philosopher, his lectures were so depressed that a lot of people from his audiences were committing suicide, to the point where the Ptolemies drove him out from Alexandria. We have so much witnesses on human behavior that leaves us in desperation. Daily, instead of listening to the betterment of humanity, you listen to new measures of the tyrants, that is, men who are the head of the states, to take decisions, to make decisions which leaves you gasping. I will do another video about those tyrants. Meanwhile, this new year will make no difference from the one we just left. It only takes just a few minutes and a spark of an accident to witness another distraction or a conflagration. I hope, again, it's a wrong expression, there is no hope, Aristotle says. That's true. Hope is nothing. It's just a contraption just to keep people pacifying their minds, nothing else. What it takes is only action, a decision that action follows. We need people with strong convictions and the power of not convincing, because somebody to be convinced must have brains, and humanity has no brains. What we need is a strong head of an Alexander's to cut the Gordian knot and put everyone to a place where he belongs, and where he belongs will take it as a measurement, his mental condition. If he is biologically with inferior intelligence, he must take his place, useful for the collective society on the Garden of Zeus. Years back, the whole earth was called the Garden of Zeus. People were living with a different moral and ethical standards. Today there is not such a kind of condition. Humanity must protect itself from the mice. Men should protect themselves from the mice. The mice are many, numerous, and very deadly. I'll see you this year again. Φτερόεντα διοί γλυκήν πιθόναδ διστόν ου τι χαμεπιτέων λόγων αφάψε ανδρός αμφί παλέσμασιν φόρμιξ αλλελίζων κοινάς εξωπούντος ενίσε και ιόν αν θέμεις θυγάτριτε ισότηρα λέλογχεν μεγαλόδοξος ευνομία θάλιδε αρετέσιν σύντε κασταλία παραλφιού τε ρέθρον όθεν στεφάνων άοτι κλητάν λοκρόν επαΐραν τη μητέρ αγλαόδεντρον. This is from Pindar about an Opudion named Epharmoston, the winner of the wrestling match in 468 before Apollonius. He talks about Themis, the goddess of justice, and Evnomia, the logical, the running state of a good rule, good ruling. When you go to the Castalia in Delphi, you wash your hands, your face, and you go and visit the god to ask for his help, to ask him to solve and advise you what to do, what your problems are. And all this under the sound of lyra.